Season finale time in The Walking Dead, made to suffer, and yes we were. During the opening of this mid-season finale, we are introduced to Sasha, Tyrese and three absolute red shirts. I believe one of their names was David, not 100% sure, but they're like fighting their way through the forest, and it's weird to think that Tyrese is actually introduced this early, and the guy does fuck all for me. Supposed to be hyped up, this big physical, big black man, NFL player, and what did he ever do? Did he ever draw a dime? No, he didn't draw a dime, but the woman of the group gets bit, and know what's weird about this? She's supposed to be the mother of the wee man, who's about 20, but yet she looks about 2 years older than him, and the dad looks about 30 years older than her. It's like another...
Take a seat.
Nah, it's Chris Hansen. I'm surprised that we're walking through these woods and we didn't see Chris Hansen step up from behind a tree with his notepad, but he didn't. Tyrese says...
Take a seat, David.
He spotted this, like, watchtower sort of thing over beside these trees, so let's go over there. They get there. Turns out this is E Block. So these ones are in the prison, so we're supposed to believe that the prison crew has done a full recon area search of the prison, but yet there's a complete block. I get they might not have went in the blocks, but you think they would have like checked the perimeter. There's literally a fucking wall down.
Did they not give E Block to Axel and Oscar?
No, it was D Block.
Was it?
Yep. So D Block, I mean, how many blocks is there? Is there A, B, C, D, E, F? 6 blocks. 6 blocks. Maybe that sounds right. But we have a block here that is completely overrun. You know, I mean, you could say this is arguably, though, this is going to be a way for to bring Tyrese into the prison, like, which is alright, fair enough, you can accept that, but... And then, they're like, Sasha's like, oh, leave her behind. It's like, how's this group even survived to this point? I don't know, and for a mid-season finale, tensions at a high here between, you know, Woodbury and the prison group, you know, like... You've got Merle against Daryl potentially coming up, Glenn and Maggie in like a hostage situation, and we kick it off with 5 people we've never seen before. I don't know, I thought this sucked. What did you think on the opener?
I thought it was garbage. You want to see what's happening, you want to see the governor, you want to see Rick's group. Instead we get 5 unknown people that we've never seen before. 3 of them will never really go on to do anything, and 2 of them will be 2 of the most overrated characters in the history of the show, in my opinion. So I mean, if you're a comic book fan, and I guess you might be, but even then, I mean, would you know from this guy's appearance that it's Tyrese straight away? We don't hear his name till like halfway through the episode. Plus, in the comics, Tyrese gets introduced like at the start.
Another funny thing about this, so they bang on about the comics, right? But it's like the casual viewer and the hardcore fans, brother. How many people watching The Walking Dead at its peak actually read the comics? When it was getting like 16 million and they brought Negan in. How many people sitting there going, oh, remember they brought him in the comics? No, mate, it's so stupid. It just doesn't work like that, man. Come on.
There's no way even 1 million people would have watched, like, read the comics.
Apart Trev, right, and a few other geeks, like, I mean, geeks and gamers, he sounds like a guy that would have read the comics.
Comic sales just aren't great. I refuse to believe that 1 million people read the comics.
No, exactly, definitely. But then we cut back to Woodbury. We've got Rick and the gang outside. They're basically contemplating what to do, what's the plan of attack. But they're sitting outside, right? The light is flashed on the car beside them. You can clearly see them, but Woodbury are just kind of like standing there like, nah, we'll think about it. Michonne says, right, I've got a way in. This guy then opens the door, says, I saw you come in here. So one guy decides to confront, 5 people? I mean, albeit he might have just seen one of them, but this just seems idiotic. I don't know why he wouldn't have lured like more people. Like, why would he go in and try and confront someone by himself when he clear?
Because he thought it was a member of Woodbury. He didn't fucking know it was outsiders.
Nah, I'm telling you.
No, I'm telling you. He's even saying something. You know, he says like, you know, you ain't supposed to be in here. Probably thought it was like kids or something.
He said he saw them. It's not really kids. Should report this to Merle, one of the lieutenants. This is for a guy that get took out like this. Surprised they didn't kill him. But anyway, he gets gagged, knocked in the back of the head with a crossbow. We move on. Glenn and Maggie then, well, Glenn basically decides to rip the arms clean off a walker to use as weapons. Again, how can like the bones be alright to use as shivs, but the body's weak enough for Glenn, just who's been beaten to a pulp at this stage, to rip the arm completely at the socket? To me, that's a plot hole. To you, is that a plot hole?
Yeah, but to me, the more important, the more worrying thing is why would you even try ripping the bone? Like, I mean, bones are sharp, could easily cut you. At this stage, they don't really know. I mean, Rick thought that bone penetrating Big Tiny's fucking skin was infecting him, so could Glenn not easily be ripping this guy's arm off and nick his finger and that's him infected? It just
Yeah, I know, it's stuff like that. It's countless plot holes like that, brother. But yeah, Merle and then some guy, some red shirt man, decide to, right, we're going to kill them. Looks like they are just going to get rid of them. That's what the governor basically says, get rid of them. So they open the door. Maggie then shivs the guy in the throat. Merle basically overpowers Glenn pretty easily here, and then Maggie manages to grab his MP5K, points it at his dome, and then he's like, well, sorry. And then Martinez and the crew come in. But as this is happening, what happens? Rick and the gang, they show up, flashbang, smoke grenades. And I bet you at this point, the Woodbury are thinking, who the fuck have we ran into here? Stevie Seagal on methamphetamine, but they managed to like get Maggie and Glenn rather easily. And then Woodbury are kind of like thinking, okay, what the fuck's going on here? And it's cool, it is a cool dynamic, you can't deny it, because you've got Merle and Daryl reuniting but not reuniting, like they were literally like within a couple of feet of each other, so I thought that was pretty good. But during all this we also have like the governor like stroking his daughter, playing music, and it's almost, you can kind of tell at this point that something's going to go on during this. And as this is going on, as the prison crew are trying to escape Woodbury, Michonne heads to the governor's apartment, and it's just needless fucking shit here for Michonne, isn't it?
Yep.
Basically wanting to, and then she sees this thing come out with a chain on, and it's clearly a kid. And what does she think the governor is? Like a fucking Chris Hansen wannabe? A child rapist? God damn it, no he's not. But she basically takes the mask off, and it's like, what the hell is going on? Back to the street fight in Woodbury. Merle basically says there's like 5 or 8 of them, and then the governor says they're terrorists, and then, oh, we spotted one of them with a jumpsuit on, prison jumpsuit. He's like, we gotta escape convicts. And I don't know, the line here is a bit stupid for me. We're like a year into the apocalypse and he's talking about terrorists and escaped convicts. I know he's trying to run a civilized town, but is this not a bit retarded?
No, he's obviously trying to paint the people attacking him in a bad light, and that's why he's calling them terrorists, convicts.
No, I definitely...
Not the fact that he thinks, oh, look, they escaped for pretty. He's using that to as advantage to try and save the town.
No, he definitely is, but...
We need to be these people are trying to take what we've got. They're bad people. Look, they're convicts.
Yeah, I was wrong. Governor manipulating his people here. I can't use terms like that. Terrorist, man. It's like we're post 9/11 here. We have to use these terms. It's Arabs at the doors of Woodbury here. Rick and the gang. What are they doing? And yeah, then we see Rick...
Well, what do you want him to say? Do you want him to say, oh, I could just be an innocent guy that escaped prison?
Well, hold on. Was Dave and Tony terrorists? I know Rick isn't fucking manipulating Hersh. Oh, Hersh, we gotta get back to the farm. There's terrorists. Did they ever call... See Randall's group, would they ever go, they're terrorists? I mean, come on,
But they're not the governor!
To me, it came across as cringy. I get what he's going for. He's manipulating his people. They're the bad guys. Let's wipe them out, brother. But yeah.
It's like as soon as he learned about the Merle's brother's fucking group, he was like, you know, oh, they cut my man's arm off. You know, he didn't know fucking shit, but he's painting them in a bad light to try and turn the people against them.
I think he's got a valid point there. Even though Merle wasn't his man at the point. No? Alright, fair enough. We move on. Oscar bites the bullet because Shane shoots him. And again, is this not ridiculous? That this guy walks through this hail of gunfire. Rick then drops him after Oscar takes a bullet. I thought Oscar was going to survive this. But no, he just hits the deck and then Maggie's like, Oscar! Rick! Rick then walks up. There's millions of bullets flying left, right and centre. And then Rick fucks off over the wall. And that's it.
Maggie puts a bullet in Oscar.
Yeah, to stop him from turning.
I don't know why he's seen Shane, because there was no like build up. There was nothing to... Rick hasn't really looked back on the whole Shane incident since season finale of season 2.
I killed my best friend for you people.
So I don't know why all of a sudden he's seen Shane. To me it would have made more sense if he'd seen Laurie, considering she just died like not that long ago, and he was fucking talking to people and seeing things and hearing things. So would that not make more sense if he'd seen Laurie? Yeah,
this is Exhibit A though of The Walking Dead being desperate here, and it's like, oh, well, it's a mid-season finale, we've got to cram some form of nostalgia, and this is a perfect example of why you just don't force stuff. It made no, pointless cameo ever. It lasted about what? I mean, he's literally on screen for about 3 seconds.
No lines. It's basically John Bernthal walking to the screen with a fucking gun.
I know. That's basically it. The governor then heads back to his apartment after his whole like rallying speech, and who's he find there? It's Michonne with his daughter. It's Perry, damn it. And then here, right, I think this is another really stupid scene for the governor, right? He can call people terrorists or whatever, but this is it. He puts down his gun. He's pointing his gun at Michonne, who's got his katana at his daughter. I get it. He's trying to work for a cure. He's trying to be Poundland Herschel back at the farm, right? But why would he put down his gun when all she's carrying is a sword? She cannot react quicker than him hitting the bullet. It's not like when someone's pointing a gun at someone, you know, and they've got their finger on the trigger. When they get shot, they can put. I mean, you cannot do it, can't you? Not. You can't swing. And again, it's his zombified daughter, I guess. Yes, right. He's trying to cure. Blah blah blah. But why would the governor put his gun down here?
I guess he didn't want his daughter getting.
Oh, come on. He should have just dropped Michonne then. Drop Michonne, there's a free meal for Penny. But aye, he puts his gun down. Michonne then puts the knife clean through Penny, which then prompts the governor into rage mode here.
See, I think that's. I just cannot see how people can side with Michonne here. I mean, the governor was like surrendering his weapon and she just killed his daughter. And I get it's a walker, right? I'm under no illusions, but like, she's not like she's living there. Like, if the governor hasn't come to terms yet that you can't, you know, bring back walkers or whatever, maybe he thinks there is a cure. Maybe he thinks you can bring them back. I mean, to me, this isn't like in season 2 where they're living at the barn and there's a big fucking barn full of walkers. I mean, she could have just left there and never came back, and that would have had no effect on her whatsoever.
Yeah, but here,
but she almost got pleasure out of killing his daughter.
You know, like the fucking cretin that she is.
So I mean, I don't know if people like Michonne. Like, I really fucking don't.
No, hate Michonne. And here, I mean, tell you what, like, Michonne actually gets a bit of offense in here. I know you could say the governor's engulfed with rage, but a bit unrealistic, a guy this size. I mean, you can give me the whole, oh, she's good with a sword, and I mean, she's good in combat that way, melee stuff, close quarter combat, but this guy should be battering her, like, you know, and he almost got his ass handed to him until the finale when he cracked her head off the fucking wall. If he didn't do that, like, you've got to say, this wasn't an indecisive round, this was,
you know,
Michonne's the fucking go. But yeah, he does that. There's fish tanks on the floor. Heat's on the floor. She then grabs this one shard of glass, hits him in the eye, brother. And as she's about to finish him, who walks in? Andrea, right? And see, at this point, it looks like Michonne has attacked the governor, killed his daughter that you didn't know about, albeit she's a walker, right? And it's like, clearly Andrea must think at this point, well, Michonne's clearly broke in here. You know? Why wouldn't, like, why would...
Stop saying you know, I mean, seriously.
Why wouldn't Andrea drop her?
Because she spent fucking the entire summer with her.
Aye, and what did she say? I
life.
spent 9 months with you, I don't even know you. And then she compromised.
Yeah, well, it's a bit, maybe it's like loyalty, you know, she's giving her like one last chance, you know.
One last chance, pull the trigger and kill this boring bastard, that's what I would have done. No? Alright, well,
maybe she thinks she owes Michonne her life. And it's not like Andrea's a fucking murderer. Why is she just gonna fucking kill her? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know what you're expecting. Like, honestly, I don't.
You don't know what I'm expecting?
No, I think it's a bit unrealistic for you to think.
All I'm expecting is, can someone in this show not drop Michonne? I hate the bastard. I get it, Michonne, Andrea's never going to kill her, like, but it is.
But you just said, why didn't she? And now you're saying she's never going to.
Yeah, no, it's a bit of banter. I know she's not going to. I'm saying, like, why didn't she? As in, like, why the fuck couldn't she have? Obviously, she's not going to kill her.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. The governor is then sitting there cradling Penny. Andrea looks around, looking at all the heads, probably thinking, okay, what the hell have I gotten myself into, player? Michonne then makes her way over the wall. And then, like, Rick basically, like, takes her weapons off her, like, the katana is like, what the hell was that? Where did you go? Daryl's over that wall. And she's like, I kept my promise. I brought you the formula. I brought you people here. All that stuff, and it's like, okay, what the hell's the plan next here for Rick? Even though Rick jobbed out Oscar, man, he fought some guy with Shane and Rick got this guy killed. Blood on his hands. Merle and Martinez and Milton report to the governor who's getting his eye patched up here. I mean, fucking brutal. Like, I'm like, but that's not getting infected. No, that's a serious. It's like, the eye looks like it's beyond recovery. No shit, man. It's like a fucking 8-inch bit of glass went right through his fucking skull.
Yeah, I don't think it's not a quick fix, like, is it?
No, especially in a zombie apocalypse, brother. But yeah, governor's like, we're going to bring the traitor to us. And then we go it into the...
Well, now you'd probably need to get, like, fucking surgery and stuff and all that to try and save the eye. I mean, all that doctor can really do is, like, patch things up and
get rid of the
clean
pain.
the wounds and stuff and give you some meds. So she's not going to perform fucking...
Yeah, like we're not
surgery and...
Like, we're not talking a slice here. We're literally talking, you know...
Like, I'm pretty sure they can take your eyeballs out, like, and work on it and then stick it back in.
No, I'm sure they can, but there's a difference.
Can.
There's a difference between that and actually, like, a massive bit of glass slicing your eyeball clean in two. But it is what it is. Meanwhile, meanwhile, back at the prison, we've got Tyrese's crew. Carl heads off after a Nancy interaction with Axel. See, I actually thought Axel was just talking to Beth. I never actually realised he was chatting her up. To which he then says,
"Interesting."
Yeah, it's just weird. I just thought he was talking to her, and Carl was making him seem like a pedo. Turns out he is like a pedo. Carl then says to him, "You gotta stop talking to Beth like that." He's like, "But you're a lesbian. I gotta talk to someone." He's like, "I'm not a lesbian." And like Axel,
you got the short hair. She goes, "No, I'm straight." And he goes, "Oh, this is interesting." And she's like, "Nah, it's not." And I mean, why would he be fucking interested in Carol? Like, I know the guy's been locked up for years, but fuck me. I mean, surely can't be that desperate.
I know. I mean, he was locked with 4 prisoners that were men, better looking than Carl. Like, so when you look at it like that, Axel, brother. I mean, how much meth is the guy on? Withdrawal? How much withdrawals he going through? But yeah, Tyrese gets saved. Well, and the gang gets saved by Carl. They go back. Carl then says she's bit. We've got to put her down.
Yeah, she's basically dead at this stage. I think she has actually died.
Yeah, and then Tyrese says, "No, we put our own down." So hold on.
And he covers her face with like a fucking towel or something, and then he pulls out his hammer. It's like, and her husband and sons there, would it not be more humane to just let fucking Carl shoot her in the head?
I get the element of
with the silencer, for fuck's sake.
I know.
I'm gonna bash her skull in with a hammer.
I do get the element of we put our own down. We can't. We don't really want this kid to do it. I do get
no,
that.
No, I don't get that.
But you can't. It's not like you can say to him, "Give me the gun, I'll do it." No, Carl should 100%
to me,
do
that's
it.
like a season 1 kind of. We take care of our own. I mean, who cares at this stage? I mean, she's dead.
No, we didn't even know her name.
She's fucking dead.
Red shirt number 47.
I just don't get it. Like, I mean, is it going to ease her son's pain? Like, if Carol puts her down, or if Tyrese does? I mean,
and then there's a scene with Sasha. You open this gate. You want us? Why?
Yeah, so Carl basically just goes and rescues these people for the cracket. And then she's like demanding that like he lets them free roam the I mean, it doesn't work like that. I mean, you've just walked into someone else's like patch, someone else's territory. It's not like he was
without this
them
fucking
he
4
just
foot
fucking
midget.
saved them. Do you know what I mean? And it's like he says, "Hey, you got food and water," but she wants it out. So, "Hey, your tuna's like animals." And Tyrese is like trying to tell her to chill. And
this is the best we've had it in weeks.
Yeah, I always preferred Tyrese over Sasha.
127%, man. Sasha is shite.
Just comes across as an unreasonable cunt, man. No offense, like there, but
yeah, it's not like these 5 were like close to the prison and they took them prisoner and like, you know, like took them back and like, "Alright, we'll use her here. Why are you scoping out our prison?" He literally rescued them, brought them back to a safe, secure area, and then went into his bit of the prison, closed the door behind him, and what, he's a dickhead for that? You try to tell me?
They could have just went fucking back out the way they came in. They're not trapped there. Like, I mean,
I know.
They could have just went back through the fucking hole in E Block.
Fucking, it was less reasonable than Tom Ass back in early this season.
I don't get it. Like,
at least they actually had the argument of this is our prison, you
I
know?
actually agreed with Carl here. No, I mean, he doesn't know these people. I mean, I think they even talk about it in the next episode, but I think it's the dad, but they're saying we could overpower these because they look at them and go, "We've got a wee boy, a girl, and fucking a man with 1 leg, an old guy with 1 leg," and they're like, we should overpower them to Tyrese and like take over the prison. So he's thinking that already. So I mean, Carl was perfectly justified here to.
Yeah, definitely was. But back to Woodbury, and we've got the whole fighting scene. Darryl is out there with a bag on his head. The governor's giving his speech saying that the terrorists came over our walls. This has been the worst night since we put up those walls, damn it. Make America great again. Woodbury will rise, brother. Says that the prison group have been getting information. There's an inside man. There's a rat. And that man is one of our own, brother. And it's my Lieutenant Merle.
Merle!
Get out here, Merle! And Merle can't believe it.
Martinez kind of pushes him with his gun into the pit, and then Merle kind of looks like round it to say, "Get off me, Brownie," but he doesn't really.
Say
that.
it.
Like,
It's what he's hinking though.
and then the governor reveals that they've caught one of the terrorists, and the terrorist is Merle's own brother. And he just like throws him there into the pit, and then you've got Merle and Daryl standing there. And then Daryl's looking like he's about to piss his pants. Merle's thinking, for fuck's sake. And then the governor's like, what should we do with him? And the crowd start chanting, kill. So
It is a good ending, you know what? I actually don't feel like there's anything wrong with this why the governor jobbed out Merle, because Merle did lie. He did say he killed Michonne. And if he did kill Michonne, the prisoners would never have got there. Or the prison people. You know,
and
so
he would have lost an eye, and his zombified daughter wouldn't have got fucking put down.
So you know what? It was justified, brother. Fuck Merle, he jobbed out. I think he was right. I don't think you can fault it.
I think Merle should have just told the truth. Like, I think he should have either went with Gargulio to finish the job, or just come back and say she got away. But then again, maybe the governor wouldn't take too well to. She got away, so.
Yeah, I guess so. But maybe.
Plus, I felt like the
He
governor.
could have lied and said, "Fuck, she's at the prison group, and we've got 2 other people," and that could have maybe outweighed it. He could have said she's still alive, but she's at the prison. We can wipe them all out at once.
He didn't know she was at the prison though.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. He could have lied. Maybe that was better than completely saying that she's still alive. Well, not alive, you know. Saying that she's out there and she's with the prison people. But I don't know. Merle fucked up and it's came back to bite him in the ass. But I feel like this was actually a pretty good cliffhanger. To set you up. I feel like this is like an actual like proper mid-season cliffhanger.
Yeah, I think this is probably the best mid-season finale they've done. Although season 2 was good as well. Like.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like with season 2, it is a good cliffhanger.
But season 2 is kind of
like the end of a story arc. Well, this is like, holy fuck.
Yeah,
we're still.
You're going to continue. Like, you expect it to continue with what's just like. And I know season 2 continues with what immediately just happened, but I think it's a bit different. Like, I mean, both are good, but I would say this one was.
Yeah, compare it to like season 5 where Beth dies with the police people.
Again, I guess season 4 was a good.
Too Far Gone's better than this.
No, I'm not talking about in terms of episode. I'm talking about in terms of mid-season finales, like to set up the second half.
Oh well, yeah.
Hold on, what 2, 3, and 4 were all really good. I think it's setting up the next 5. What happens in 5? I can't even remember.
5's the police people with Beth dying.
Oh, that's pish. That must be when it goes downhill.
Can't really think about 6.
6 not set up nowhere yet.
Aye, it is aye. And then 7 is, I think it's the episode where Negan.
Who cares? We'll cover that when we get to it. Fuck.
Yeah, we'll cover. Fuck, cannot wait. But anyway, that is it. We're going to rate it Made to Suffer. You know what? I feel like there was stuff that was really good, but there's also stuff that's really bad. Like the whole Tyrese opener. Sasha sucks.
Probably a bit. Maybe
a lot of stuff
too.
in Michonne.
I'm giving it an 8.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8, but I feel like
it could have got higher if it wasn't. If it didn't have so much the Sasha, Tyrese, and
why not
prison
introduce
stuff?
them at the start of the mid-season premiere, not the fucking finale.
Yeah, I honestly didn't see why they needed.
Like, I don't think it should open an episode, but I feel like if it opens the mid-season premiere, it's kind of like better. I know you kind of want to see Merle against Daryl as soon as it kicks off, but to me, in my opinion, it just suits a premiere much more than a finale. That
I agree. I'm giving it an 8.
I'm giving it an 8, and until next time, we've got 8 more episodes to go this season. Who's winning? Woodbury or the prison? Who's your money on?
Gonna go to the prison since they've got Rick, you know, and he's got fucking character shielding. So
That's it, brother. But until next time, peace.